Oh boy, it's time for part 2 of volume 7, the Sesame Street Library, featuring the letters N, O, and P and the number 7. There's the count on the cover. He looks like he's having a good time with his little bat friends. He's playing. Looks like he's counting N-O-P or saying N-O-P, or someone's written it on the fence there, but he's landing on the number 7. So he's having a good time. Yeah, there he is now. He's reading a book. I see Cookie Monster's reading as well to Ernie and Bert, and of course Big Bird has got his little group of friends, and he's reading to them. Oscar the Grouch seems to be enjoying it, and so does Prairie Dawn. And up here we have Little Bird and his little friend looking over Big Bird's shoulder. Looks like everyone on Sesame Street is enjoying their books on a pretty sunny day. Good Muppets. Yes, indeed. Well, we finished with, let's see where we are ready for this next story. We finished about Cookie Monster and Big Bird making their mobile. And of course, Cookie Monster had taken a bite out of everything. So now we're ready for Goldie-Snuffles and the 7 Bears. One day, a beautiful gold-haired Snuffleupagus named Goldie-Snuffle was walking through the woods with her friend Big Bird. Goldie said, "Big Bird, you have never met any of my friends, and they all say there is no such thing as a Snuffleupagus. Will you come meet my friends, the 7 Bears? They live right around the corner." "Oh, goody," said Goldie-Snuffles. Love that bow in her hair. Big Bird and Goldie-Snuffles came to the cottage of the 7 Bears. They knocked on the door, but no one answered. There's no one home, Goldie," said Big Bird. "Oh dear, Goldie-Snuffles," said Goldie-Snuffles. Let's go in anyway." And in they went. So they're going into the 7 Bears' house, Big Bird and Goldie-Snuffles. "Oh dear," said Goldie-Snuffles. "Well, let's go in anyway." And they went, and in they went. And in they went. Oh dear. Wonder what's going to happen. Uh-oh. Inside the cottage were 7 chairs. "I think I'll sit down," said Goldie-Snuffles. Big Bird said, "But Goldie, some of those chairs are small and some are big and some are in between. How do you know which chair is just right for you?" "I'll sit on them all," said Goldie-Snuffles. Uh-oh. Now she sat in all the chairs one at a time, and she broke all the chairs one at a time. "They were all too small for you, Goldie," said Big Bird. Oh dear. I know those bears are not going to be very happy at seeing their chairs all broke like that, Big Bird and Snuffy. You know better than that. They're going to be upset. And it's really not good to go in people's homes without their permission. Let's see how this story's going to turn out. Oh no, they got their little meals all laid out. Next, Goldie-Snuffles found a table with 7 bowls of spaghetti on it. Goldie-Snuffles said, "Some of these bowls of spaghetti are too hot, and some are too cold, and some are just right. But I really love spaghetti, so I think I'll eat them all." Oh my goodness. She is not being a very good guest, is she? And she did. Uh-oh. Well, she finished eating. When she finished eating, Goldie-Snuffles said, "I think I'll lie down on these. In the cottage were 7 beds." But Big Bird said, "Goldie, some of these beds are too small, some are big, and some are in between. But they are all too small for you. Then I'll lie down on them at once, all at once," said Goldie-Snuffles. "Then I'll lie down on them all at once," said Goldie-Snuffle. There she is. She's lying on all 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here she is. And she did, and she broke them all at once. Crunch. Oh, those poor bears, they're not going to have anything to eat. All their chairs are broken, and now all their beds are broken. Big Bird, you shouldn't have done that. You should have told Goldie not to do that. Goodness, y'all are going to be in big trouble with the bears when they get home. No, the bears will come home. "Oh dear," said Goldie-Snuffles. "I have to go to bed. I have to go. So long, Bird." "Oh dear," said Goldie-Snuffles. "I have to go. So long, Bird." "But Goldie," said Big Bird, the cottage is a mess, and the 7 bears are just returning home. Stay and help clean up." "I'd like to, Bird, but it's time for my nap." And Goldie-Snuffles, "I'd like to, Big Bird, but it's time for my nap," said Goldie-Snuffles, and she left. Wow. Let me read that again. That's intense. "Oh dear," said Goldie-Snuffles. "I have to go. So long, Bird." "But Goldie," said Big Bird, "the cottage is a mess, and the 7 bears are getting home. Stay and help clean up." "I'd like to, Bird, but it's time for my nap," said Goldie-Snuffles, and she left. Wow, I can't believe her. That is not very nice what she did. And those poor bears, look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bears looking at her leaving their house in such a horrible mess. When the 7 bears saw their house, they said, "My goodness, somebody broke all our chairs and ate all our spaghetti." Bet they were really hungry too. They'd probably been out in the woods working. Poor bears. "And crushed all our beds. Big Bird, what happened?" "And crushed all our beds. Big Bird, what happened?" Oh dear, you got a lot of explaining to do, Big Bird. These are very unhappy bears. You destroyed their little cottage. You let Snuffy eat all their spaghetti, break all their chairs, and you broke their beds. Now they have no place to sleep, nothing to eat, and nowhere to sit. Oh, goodness, Big Bird. "Oh, I can explain," said Big Bird. "Goldie-Snuffles was here. She's a beautiful golden-haired Snuffleupagus, and she loves spaghetti, and she's very big and Snuffleupagus," said the 7 bears. "There's no such thing as a Snuffleupagus. Big Bird, you have some imagination." They don't believe him. They believe there's no such thing as a Snuffleupagus. Oh well. She got out of there before she got in trouble is what happened. And Big Bird stayed and told them the truth, but they didn't believe him. Big Bird should have not have let Snuffy in their home. Now they have lots of things to clean up and repair. Such a sad, sad story. And I'm surprised at Big Bird getting in the middle of something like that. Well, that's a life learning lesson, I think, for both of you, Big Bird and Snuffleupagus. I think Snuffy needs a time out. Cookie Monster, surprise cookies. Oh boy, Cookie's gonna make us a surprise cookie. Guess who this time? Surprise. Okay, I have to learn how to talk like Cookie Monster. Guess who this time? Surprise. Guess what we going to make now? Surprise cookies. These cookies most fun of all because when you take a bite you get to know what you're going to get. Each cookie filled with different yummy surprise. Here we go. First, surprise cookie dough. You are out of cookie dough. I'm not surprised you want to make more. Just turn to volume 1 where Cookie Monster tells you how to make cookie dough. 2. Cookie filling. You can use nuts, raisins, jam, jelly beans, chocolate chip, peanut butter, chocolate mint patties, or other delicious cooking filling. Roll dough out flat, 1/4 of an inch thick. Use glass to cut out cookie dough. Put a little filling on one of your cookies. Now, put another cookie on top. Pinch the edges together to keep filling inside. Do this with lots of cookies with lots of different fillings. Heat oven to 400 degrees. Put cookies on ungreased cookie sheet. Put in oven and cook until lightly brown. That will take about 8 minutes. Remember, never use oven without a grown-up to help you. Remember, never use oven without a grown-up helping you. And now, you ready for big surprise? Cookies all look alike. Me not know which ones have what inside. Me going to do. Me guess me have to. What am me going to do? Me guess me have to. Taste them all. Now there's Cookie Monster eating all of the different cookies with different fillings. Some have nuts, some have jelly, some have mints, chocolate mint. Goodness, Cookie. Me think this one chocolate chip, nope, surprise, it's peanut butter. This one raisin, nope, surprise, it's jelly bean. This one, that's Cookie Monster doing what he does best, eating up all the cookies before anyone gets to taste one. Well, there we have it. Another delicious recipe for cookie from Cookie Monster. Up, down. Uh-oh. Coming down. There you go. He's coming down to get those cookies. Uh-oh, bam. Going up. Cookies are going up in the air. Going up. First he goes up, down. Then we go coming down. And the cookies are going up. Way up. Oh dear. Coming down. Oh my goodness. That's a little animal there. What is that little animal? He's watching it all. Gerp, delicious. He ate the container and cookies and all in one big bite. Glup, glup, delicious. That's Cookie Monster, and this poor little critter didn't get anything. Can't tell what that little fella is. Well, that's Cookie Monster for you. Oh, there's somebody looks like a witch with an apple and a pretty little. Could it be Snow White? Castle in the background. Look at that beautiful castle. It's a really cool picture. Snow White. One day, Snow White's wicked stepmother, the queen, went to her magic mirror and asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?" The mirror answered, "Queen, you are full fair, 'tis true, but Snow White is fairer still than you." The queen was jealous. The queen was so jealous that she told her footman to take Snow White into the woods and leave her there. Snow White wandered in the woods until she came to a teeny house where 7 little dwarfs lived, and they were very happy to have the beautiful princess live with them. But when the stepmother spoke to her mirror again, she discovered that Snow White was still alive. She dressed up like an old hag and went to the teeny house in the woods. She gave Snow White a bite of a poison apple, and the poor princess dropped dead, or so it seemed. The sad dwarfs put the dead princess into a glass so her beauty would be with them always, and the next day a handsome prince rode by. Snow White looked so beautiful that he asked to take her to his castle. The said dwarfs agreed, but when they unhitched the glass case to a horse, they dropped it. The pieces of apple fell out of Snow White's throat. She sat up and opened her eyes. The happy prince took Snow White back to his castle where they were married, and the wicked queen never bothered the princess again. So the glass, I'd call it a coffin, fell and broke, and when it fell, Snow White spit the poison apple out of her mouth and she woke up. That's a new twist to the story of Snow White I had never heard. Right. That was pretty different. I like that. That was different. P. The story of Pete the Pirate. Once upon a time, a nasty pirate sailed into a town. "Ahoy, mateys," the pirate announced. "My name is Pete the Pirate, and I am so nasty that I'm going to take away everything in your town that begins with the letter P." Story of Pete the Pirate. And immediately he grabbed a bag of peanuts from the hands of a little girl and dropped it into his pirate sack. "Hee hee," chuckled Pete the Pirate, and before he had finished chuckling, he had grabbed a pizza pie from the hands of a pizza maker and had thrown it into his pirate sack. "There's only one thing you can do to stop me from taking all the peas things in your town," said Pete the Pirate, "and that is to say a special word that begins with the letter P, and if everyone says the special P word, then I'll stop and go away." And with that, he picked up a little boy's puppy and threw it in his pirate sack. He's taking everything. He took the pizza, he took the little girl's peanuts, he took the little boy's puppy. The people in the town got together and tried to think of what P word might be. The mayor had an idea. He marched up right to Pete the Pirate and announced, "Pickle." "Pickle," said Pete the Pirate. You think that the word that would make me stop? Ha!" And he grabbed the mayor's pants right off of him and threw him into the pirate sack. "Pickle," said Peter the pirate. You think that the word that will make me stop, that's the word that will make me stop? I don't think it was pickle, no. And now the mayor has no pants. And then for good measure, he grabbed the packages from the arms of a passing lady and a stray pig that was walking to downtown. And a stray pig that was walking down the street. He threw them into the pirate sack too. My battery's about to die and I'm rushing. I shouldn't do that. And then for good measure, he grabbed the packages from an arms of a passing lady and a stray pig that walked down the street. He threw them into the pirate sack too. He's getting all the peas out of that town. The people of the town got together and tried to think of a special P word that would make the pirate stop taking things. The cook from the biggest restaurant in town had an idea. So what the pirate come into his kitchen, the cook yelled, "Porcupine." Oh, I don't think that's going to work. "Porcupine," said the pirate. "You think that the special word that will make me stop, you think that's the special word that will make me stop. You're a pretty silly cook. You know what?" And with that, the pirate grabbed the cook's pots, pans, and threw them into the pirate sack. Then, just for good measure, he went through the town collecting all the pillows and pianos and threw them into his pirate sack too. When the people on this town were getting pretty upset with the little boy came up to the pirate, he was pulling a pair of pajamas off the wash line. "Mr. Pirate," said the little boy, "won't you stop taking all the peas from our town?" "Why should I?" said the pirate. "I'm a nasty—" "Please," said the little boy. "What did you say?" said the pirate. "I said please," said the little boy. "That's it," exclaimed the pirate. "That's the special word, please, and the P word. I don't like you at all, little boy, but I have to stop because you said please." "That's it," exclaimed the pirate. "That's a special word. Please is a special P word. I don't like you at all, little boy, but I'll have to stop because you said please." Oh, he's a mean pirate, isn't he? He's just so mean. And off he went and he left the bag of stuff, and there's his ship, and as quickly as Peter the pirate came into town, he left, and he never came back. The townspeople were grateful to the little boy. They only wished they had thought of the special P word sooner. Still, with the pirates gone, things could return normal, and the people in town all lived pretty happily. The people of the town all lived pretty happily after all.